Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your astrologer friend Irfan. We have been doing some discussion over the last 4 or 5 days on the coming month November for various ascendants. And in that line, today I am going to post the video about how the month of November is going to pan out for the Virgo ascendant natives. These results are primarily for Vedic astrology point of view, or sidereal astrology as we also call it. However, if somebody is a very strong Virgo zodiac sign person, then these results may also resonate with you. And also for those people who have moon in the Virgo sign. That means their moon sign is Virgo. And if the moon is strongly placed and moon is in high dignity, then you will also find these predictions or these results will also resonate with you. Now, I have been saying this for all the signs that the next 3 months, November, December and January, are very important because 7 planets are all in 3 continuous signs, that is from Libra, Scorpio and Sagittarius, sharing energies with each other and are going to bring about various results for us. In this line, let's look at what they will be manifesting for Virgo. So for Virgo natives, the start of the month is going to see Sun in the 2nd house in Libra, which is also a debilitation sign for Sun. Sun is the 12th lord for Virgo people. So 12th lord, waste and excess and father, and also hospitals, seclusion, solitude, even foreign lands coming to the 2nd house and getting debilitated. So which means that high expenses related to home, because the 2nd house is the house of home and dependence, also related to language, also related to food. So these things are what the 2nd house represents. So this means that you may spend some money on something which is demanded by the family members, which you yourself think are wasteful or will not bear any fruit for you, or doesn't bring any gains, or there is in no way connected to anything which is useful or worthwhile. So those expenses you may also need to do, where you may also invite people and there may be some parties, a lot of food being shared. Maybe your parents come over and other people also come over, because of which you may end up spending a lot of money, and people also visiting home. Some people may also be coming from foreign lands and visiting you. And if your father lives abroad, he may come visiting you. If father is not with you, but he is in some other cities, and still he may also come visiting you. That may also happen. So in general, this is that. It's also connected to expenses. And then you will have Mercury, which is the Lagna Lord, and also the Lord of the 10th house of career, retrograding, and in retrograde moving from the 3rd house into the 2nd house in Libra. So which means you, the Virgo native, will also be re-looking at your career and how your career is manifesting in terms of your earnings, in terms of your savings. Because you may re-look and rethink that, am I making enough money? Am I saving enough for my future? Should I do something because of which I get more security? So you will be thinking on those lines also. Some of you may also get a good opportunity. And you may also rethink because of the opportunity, should I leave the job? Should I take this opportunity or not? So if it's a very good opportunity, with due diligence, please take it up. But don't be in a hurry, because Mercury usually in retrograde makes you rethink the decision later on. Especially because this is connected to your earnings, to your livelihood. So thinking twice is always good. So if you are in a hurry, if you think some decision is good, sleep on that decision for a day or two. And then if you still feel strongly about it, then go ahead and decide. Don't be in a hurry. The third thing is, within a few days after Mercury's retrograde in the 2nd house joining Sun, Mars also moves from your Lagna, where it has been for some time, and moves into the 2nd house. Now Mars is the lord of your 3rd house. So Scorpio energy comes in. right? And Mars is also the lord of your 8th house. So 8th lord, sudden obstacles, upheavals. And the 3rd lord, 3rd house is also the house of life. And the 3rd house is also the 8th house to the 8th house. So if 8th house is life, obstacles to life, dangers to life is also constituted by the 3rd house. And that lord is coming to the 2nd house and joining debilitated sun. And sun is ruling the 12th house. So, which is of hospitals of seclusion, and Mercury in retrograde, which could mean that father's health could be of concern. So please take care of your father's health. It could also mean that some of you or some of your siblings also come and meet you or spend time with you for a family event at home. So it may not be as serious as father falling ill, but this may also happen. Suddenly siblings get involved in matters of father or the house, or they come home to visit you. So the gathering also happens, and all that may also happen. However, if your father stays far away from you, please go and meet him and spend some time with him, because health may be in duress or father may be missing you also. So do that if you get the time and if the opportunity comes by to you. Then the third thing is, because Mars moving into the 2nd house and with very high energy and ruling the 3rd house and also the 8th, sudden events or sudden opportunities coming to you for your career. Especially if your career is related to accounts, finance, wealth management, insurance, jewelry, gemstones, or granite, marble, anything related, oils, perfumes, all of this, if it gets related, then you get a certain opportunity also. IT, foreign companies, MNCs, all of this may get activated, and suddenly that opportunity may come in and you are very excited about it and you take it up. That may be other thing which may also happen. Then midway in November, you will have Sun transiting into your 3rd house and joining Venus in Scorpio. There, Sun gets some strength here, moving away from its debilitation sign of Libra. However, Venus is in duress here. So which means that even in the earlier placement of Sun, there could have been some arguments in the house because of situation in the house, very high energy. Some issue that house is also seen with Sun in the 2nd house in Libra. And now with Sun moving into Scorpio and gaining some strength, it could mean that some short journeys may also happen. Venus is the lord of the 2nd house. Okay, and now placed in the 3rd house. And the 12th lord is going to the 3rd house, which could mean in some short journeys, you could be meeting somebody, and that may end up also being a good sign for those people who are related to artistic expression or artistic leanings. So all those people who use their hands to have some skills, whether you are a dancer or you are an artist or you are somebody who uses hands to make things, anything creative, or even singing. So you may do short journeys to give performances, and you may also gain from it, and you may also get accolades for that. And these performances will be very magnetic, will be sexy, will be really well liked, well appreciated by everyone. That may also happen. However, on short journeys, you may also meet some Venus, some women. Okay, so if you are single, you have a good opportunity to see whether this can go ahead. But if you are double, which means if you are married, please rethink whether this connection remains within boundaries rather than transgressions. Because Sun and Venus in Scorpio may end up having challenges in your married life, because Venus rules the 2nd house here. Okay, or you and your wife may go on some short trips. So you may go on a short trip to visit your brother or your younger siblings with your wife, with your spouse, with family. That may also happen. To meet father. If your father is not staying with you but with your siblings, so you and your family may go and visit father within domestically with short journeys. The other is, Venus also rules your 9th house. So you could get opportunities to gain out of your career or some opportunities coming by you, more so if you're connected to the arts. Some of you may also go for higher learning. You may also go for especially some spiritual journeys may also happen. This may also be stronger denotation because Jupiter will be transiting into the 4th house from the 3rd house on the 5th or 6th of November, give and take a day or two based on your geographic location. So when Jupiter also moves into the 4th house, and 4th house is also a very strong denotation of education, and Jupiter is also represents learning, and Saturn is already placed in the 4th house along with Ketu. Saturn for Virgo ascendant natives rules the 8th house, and the Saturn rules the 5th house and the 6th house. So by virtue of ruling the 5th house and 6th house, Saturn, and being placed in the 4th house, this could also mean that career, 6th house is also the sign of career, or the house of career, or job, or service. So sudden developments may also happen in your career, in your service. And because of Saturn ruling your 5th and 6th house, the artistic expression is also seen with Jupiter moving there, which means that you may also take up some higher learning to invest in arts, to take higher degrees, or learn music, or take up some course. It could also mean that some of you are related to money industries. Jupiter also constitutes money. 6th house is the house of service. So banking people, or people who are related to accounts, finance, all of them will also see. And 5th house is also the house of finance, and Saturn is in the 4th house. So it could mean that some opportunities may come by when Jupiter transits for those people who are in IT, finance, wealth management, and so forth. So that may also happen with Jupiter moving to the 4th house and Saturn ruling your 5th and 6th house. Now, with Venus ruling your 9th house and being with Sun in the 3rd house, so these opportunities that we just talked about in your career can be strongly denoted, because Venus also represents money. Venus also represents affluence. So Venus is the Karaka of the 4th house. So the 9th house Lord is in the 3rd house of effort, in the 3rd house of effort, and Jupiter is moving into the 4th house, of which Venus is Karaka of. So this can be stronger denotation for people in finance, accounts, and so forth. Also, those people who are interior decorators, designers, in home decor, architects, for them also opportunities might come by. And these may come suddenly, because Ketu is also very strong denote of sudden decisions, and Ketu rules your 3rd house. So if you put in effort and strong effort, then this can manifest very strongly. Opportunities might come by you. Other thing is, Jupiter represents husband for women, Virgo women. So if Jupiter is coming into your 4th house, it could mean husband comes home. So if husband is in some other place in the country, he comes home and he gets placed in your city, or he comes closer, or he starts to or you go and to the city where your husband lives, and then you join him. So that is what Jupiter comes home also means. However, with Ketu and Saturn sitting there means you may not find too much time with your husband. Sometimes it could also be because husband gets too busy after coming there to a new city, and he's placing his things and he's running around for the first few months, or you are so busy that while husband comes home or comes to your place or to your city, or comes to live with you in your house from some other location, you are not able to give time. So this may also happen. If your relationship has been under some duress, some challenge, then husband comes home, but there are issues because of which they take goods into a other spin. Why? Because Saturn rules the 5th and 6th house, and the 6th Lord coming into the 4th house. 6th house is also the house of court cases. Behind the scene, people who are working against you. So especially for women, please take note and ensure that your relationship with your husband is on a smooth and even keel. For men, it could be a lot of focus on matters of the house, investment in property, taking care of the cars, mechanical breakdowns of the car can also happen, or you send your car for servicing, or you even send it for some repairs. That may also happen, or you may even change your car. That may also happen in November. So these things may come about. Matters of children will also be under focus with 5th Lord going into the 4th house. So you may also be looking at how the children's education is going on and progressing. So some focus also on that, and it could also mean that you look at some investments, long-term investments for your future security, because the 4th house is also the house of resources and material resources, in fact, and it is also the house of home and resources. So 5th house is the house of investments, speculative investments. So some of you may invest in property which may get constructed over 3, 4, 5 years and you get it, or you may invest in funds, mutual funds and shares and all that. So some sort of speculative investments also you may be looking at. Okay, with Rahu, which is in your 10th house in your career, you may look at, you may see a sudden change which may happen about that career, because of which there may also be a sudden rise or a sudden opportunity comes by. Communication is of the essence here. So with Mercury retrograde in the 2nd house, be very sure of what the opportunity is before taking it up. Okay, so friend, this is the analysis for Virgo ascendant natives and for people who are Virgo zodiac and Virgo moon sign. So please reach out to those people who are, if you are a cross watcher and you have friends who are also Virgo people, or spouse or brothers, siblings, please share this video with them. And please like this video, please subscribe to this channel, please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my video is coming in. And if you need a consultation from me, please reach out to me at my email ID in the links below. And till we meet some other time, this is your friend, astrologer guide, Irfan, signing off. Ciao.